Do you ever wonder why some people seem to effortlessly pursue their dreams while others are there struggling to stick to their goals? Today's episode is all about self-discipline. Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that empowers you to take back control of your life, to start unlocking your full potential, and to help you get from stuck to unstoppable. I'm Sanj, and today we're diving into the powerhouse of self-discipline and why it is the key to unlocking the life you truly desire. For me, self-discipline was always a big issue. I never realized how little self-discipline I had until I started on this journey, until I started actually being disciplined with myself and making those tough decisions. I never realized how much I was letting myself get away with. And it wasn't about others not holding me to a standard, it was about me holding myself to a standard I wanted to. I found it very difficult, but one thing I noticed is as I started to implement self-discipline, as I started to hold myself to the standards I wanted to, and as I started doing the things I said I was going to do, what I noticed was phenomenal. It changed my mindset, it changed my confidence, it changed my time management, and it changed everything for the better. It made me happier, more energized, and more enthusiastic to keep trying new things. So let's ask yourself, why is self-discipline so vital? Your dreams and goals, imagine they're a ship. Self-discipline is the anchor that keeps you steady amidst the waves of the distractions and temptations in our world. So your self-discipline is a thing keeping you on track. It's a thing keeping you going forward, keeping you going in the right direction. But the problem is very difficult to do. There's a lot of waves, there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of temptations in our world today. And that's the problem. That's where we need to build ironclad self-discipline to make sure that we're doing the right things, that we're taking the right actions to actually get us to where we want to be, to get us to our destination. And many of us, we struggle with self-discipline because, as I said, it's not easy. It does take time, it does take effort, and it does take intention. But here are three of the biggest reasons that I've noticed why some of my clients struggle with self-discipline. The first is instant gratification. This is everywhere. We're conditioned to seek quick pleasures such as scrolling through social media, to indulging in fast food, and just those Netflix binges. All of these things, they can derail us from our long-term goals. So we're choosing the easy now as instead of choosing the hard now, the self-discipline. We're eating those fast foods rather than having the healthy foods. We're scrolling through social media rather than learning or doing something that will benefit our health. So when we start looking for instant gratification, that's one of the first things that we need to look at when it comes to our self-discipline. We need to stop searching for instant gratification and be comfortable with delayed gratification. Not needing everything now is actually a huge superpower. When you can learn to delay your gratification, you are doing so well. The second thing is you've got no clear goals. Because when you have no clear goals and nothing that motivates you, all the effort that you're taking, it lacks direction. And what that means is, as I said, if your goals are a ship, if you're on a ship and you're trying to get to your destination, if you haven't got a clear goal, you can move in the general direction, but you won't ever get to your target. So what self-discipline does is self-discipline gets you on the exact course that you need to be to reach your dreams, to reach your goals, to reach that destination that you want. And self-discipline thrives when we have a deep and meaningful why. Because if we want to set a goal, we need to know why we're setting ourselves that goal. And the more deep and meaningful it is to us, the more emotion invoking it is, you'll find the easier it is to stay disciplined. The third thing is the fear of failure. Now, this is a big one that I've spoken about before. It can paralyze our actions because we're worried about making mistakes. So we don't take necessary risks. And it doesn't matter where they can lead to. We're just worried about making those mistakes, what people will say, what people will think. And we think that failure is a be all and end all. Failure is part of the journey to success. No one has ever been successful without failing. And so, even if we know that the actions we take carry risks, we may actually stop taking them, even if they do lead to growth, even if they do lead to success, because we're worried about making the mistakes. Failing is not the end. Failing isn't falling down, it's staying down. So, that's three of the biggest reasons why we struggle with self-discipline. Now, if you want to improve your self-discipline, it's something, as I said, that anyone can do, but you need to be intentional and have belief in yourself. The first thing is to make smart goals. We all know smart, specific, so you know exactly where you're aiming for, measurable, so you can actually measure how far along you are toward your target, achievable, because if it seems too distant, as in something unrealistic, you may not maintain your motivation. Relevant, is it actually relevant to what you want to be, where you want to be in life? And time bound. When you've got a time bound goal, it means that you actually have a deadline to aim for. You know what you can do, where you need to adjust your efforts, where you need to adjust your actions to reach your goal on time. This clarity, it helps fuel your motivation, and then it makes self-discipline easier to maintain. The second way you can improve your self-discipline is to practice self-control. When you train your self-control muscles, it's something like you would do in a gym. You start off small and you gradually increase it every single time. Each small victory will help strengthen your discipline. It helps build up your self-confidence. And so you will start taking on bigger and bigger challenges, and you will become more and more disciplined, and you will start to see enormous changes in your life. The third way you can do it is to actually create a supportive environment around you. When you've got supportive people around you, it makes a huge difference. If you've got a good environment around you, again, it makes the world of difference. But make sure you've got the right routines that support your self-discipline efforts. Make sure that you've got the right people who are going to hold you accountable, who are going to lift you up when you need it. Make sure your environment means that to stay disciplined is as frictionless as possible. So the right surroundings can make it so much easier to stay on track. And the fourth way you can do this fourth way to build self-discipline is to celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements along the way. All your small wins, they create positive feedback loops. And when you actually celebrate them, it reinforces your self-discipline. It makes you want to do more. It makes you more motivated to achieve your goals. So when people who actually have higher levels of self-discipline in life, they actually report greater satisfaction. It can actually lead to better stress management and overall mental health, because staying disciplined means you're building up your self-confidence and you're building up your self-esteem. You're doing the things you need to do to improve your stress and your mental health. Remember that every small choice that you make in favor of self-discipline, it brings you closer to the life that you truly desire. What is it that you truly desire? Your dreams are worth it, whatever it is. Self-discipline, it isn't about restricting yourself from living, as many people think. It's about aligning your actions with your dreams and living a life that's filled with purpose. Keep nurturing your self-discipline and keep crafting the life of your dreams. Yeah, so cultivate self-discipline and take control of your destiny. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode and got something from it, please let me know by leaving me a comment below. My mission is to make a positive impact on the world, and I sincerely hope that you can help me do this by liking, by following, by subscribing, and by sharing this podcast with others. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. Master it, and you'll master your life. Thanks.